Hello and welcome to the Coles AFLW Fan Awards for 2022. A huge thank you to Coles for their ongoing support. For 20 lucky fans who voted, Guernseys and Coles gift cards are coming your way. Sarah Olle here with Collingwood AFLW star Sabrina Frederick. Sabrina, thank you so much for joining us. I know the dust has just settled on the season, but how was the first one in the black and white?
Oh, I loved it. It was a great time. I mean, it's no short of a surprise that, it was going to be a difficult season with all the COVID restrictions and people coming in and out of the team, but I loved it, and being a part of one of the best clubs in the competition, you can't not love that, so it's been great.
I just love your celebrations. You get into them so much. It's one of the highlights always when watching a Pies game. Now, you're also a Coles ambassador.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that role.
Yeah, so I've been a Coles ambassador for the last 3 years, and it's been a real natural progression because they invest in the community, and something that they've built over the last 12 months is the Coles Healthy Kicks program, which I love because it's all about kids getting out there and getting active, but also focusing on the mental health side of it as well, which a lot of kids are going through at the moment with the struggles in school and whatnot. So being a part of that and being a part of the clinics that they run, I've loved every part of it.
Now, we know 4 new teams are coming in next year, so there's going to be some change. But for this season at least, there was something that was pretty similar, something that we're used to, and it's the Crows winning yet another premiership, Sab. Can you believe it?
I mean, I can believe it. I can believe it. They've been a strong force the last few years, and, they've kept a group there strong together. They're just consistent, and I love watching them play, and I love playing against them. They always elevate the opposition they're playing. So, yeah, congratulations to them, and, three-peat. Wow.
And congratulations to Anne Hatchard, who, of course, was best on ground. But premierships, Sabs, I think we all know what we're really here for, and that's the Coles Fan Awards. So let's get in to the categories now. This is the most improved player. It's going to be hard to pick one there for very worthy nominees. The social superstar. I mean, sometimes this is kind of better than what the players do on the field. The moment of the year, and weren't there some great moments? Love the Presparkas sister off. The game of the year, and we had so many good ones to choose from there. Some nail biters and match-winning moments. Well, it's going to be hard to pick one from that category. And the fans' MVP, I'll tell you what, Sabrina, you'd be happy with any of those players in your team, wouldn't you?
I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd have them all.
Well, let's move on to our first award. It's the most improved player nominees, and the first is Olle O'Dwyer of the Brisbane Lions. Fantastic season from her. She's just improving with every game.
Yeah, I've loved watching her play, and she's really stepped into that Lions side and just made it her own, to be honest.
And how about this woman from the Suns, Tara Bahana? She wasn't even on a list last year.
I love that. She's taken that with both hands and really rolled with it.
Now, this is one player that I think continues to improve every year. From the Saints, Tilly Lucas-Rod, I think second by just one vote in their best and fairest.
Yeah, she's consistent, Tilly, and I'm no doubt she'll be right up there next year.
Hey, speaking of consistent, Kirsty Lamb.
It's a middle name, consistency.
Oh, it's going to be hard to pick a winner from there. But before we get to the winner, Tara Bahana, what a story. She was overlooked at 6 drafts, can you believe?
Yeah.
This year, top 5 for goal kicking in the league. These are the kind of stories that I know you love.
Yes, I'm all about it because she's obviously been working away quietly, and she's been waiting for her moment, and she's had her moment. She's taking it with both hands, and to be honest, she's out there making it her stage, and it's almost like that she's been there from the start. So I love everything about it.
All right, over to you, Sabrina. The winner, please.
I know, drum roll. The Coles most improved player for 2022 is Olle O'Dwyer.
Living dangerously here, the Demons. A fumble. O'Dwyer gets onto her left foot and snaps the first.
It spills to Wardlaw. She gets free Bates, hands it to O'Dwyer. The left foot snap around the body.
Terrific tackle. Advantage is paid. Bates to O'Dwyer. Has a good look at the goals, and the Irishwoman puts it right through the middle.
Thank you very much for this award. I really appreciate it. huge shout out to all the fans for voting for me and who have supported this AFLW season. Big mention to Coles for supporting the award, thanks very much. And finally to Brisbane Lions team, who I suppose this wouldn't be possible without. Constant support from all the coach and staff, and special mention to all the girls I play alongside who have made this season and all seasons so special. So thanks again.
Congratulations there to Olle O'Dwyer. I just love that Irish accent. I wonder if a few votes from Tipperary came her way. Of course, Sabrina, the first Irish woman ever in the All-Australian team. She had such a stellar year.
Yeah, she'd be flying that flag, so proud. And I just love that she's stayed herself, stayed true, but she's also just... I just love her presence on field, and you can tell that it's contagious with the team and really gets amongst everyone. And yeah, I'd love to be on her team. So congratulations to her.
All right, moving on to the social media superstar. And there's a few to pick from here. Darcy Vescio, she may be the OG in this category. And of course, you couldn't have a social media superstar without the Hosking twins. They're always getting up to a bit of trouble, Sarah and Jess. And Emma O'Driscoll from Fremantle. What do you think about this?
Oh, I love it. She's an absolute superstar.
Now, these are two of your teammates, Ruby Schleicher and Sarah Rowe. Thoughts?
Never a dull moment with those two. Honestly, this award I love because it shows real personality. Sometimes you don't get that chance on the ground, and just all of those guys, they just show so much presence, and I love it.
And what about those two teammates of yours? They get up to mischief, don't they?
Absolute mischief. You don't know if you're going to turn a corner and get caught by those two. You're always on edge, but it's never a dull moment. They definitely make the culture.
All right, Sabs, over to you to unveil the social media superstar.
Here we go. The Coles social media superstar goes to Emma O'Driscoll.
The Wild Wild West, born and raised, on Freo is where we spend most of our days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing in the pool, kicking goals, taking speckies, acting all cool.
Oh my God, I'm so famous. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you, Barty Gang, my fans, to the new fans, to the ones that have been holding me down for all these years. Thank you for voting for me.
Thank you, Coles, for sponsoring the Social Media Superstar Award. I'm really grateful and honoured, and I'd like to obviously thank the fans for voting. AFLW provides a safe space to be who you are, and I think it's really important and amazing that I can express myself through my social media.
I mean, it makes sense. The social media superstar goes on to social media to say thank you for the award.
Honestly, that award and the speech, it proves why she got the award in the first place. And I love the fact that she touched on the fact that AFLW is a safe space. Absolutely. Congratulations. She deserves it. Oh, everything. I love everything.
We move on to the Moment of the Year award next. And Nicola Barr, can you believe this was her first goal? She was the first Giant ever picked.
I find that mental. She's everywhere normally.
And this one, the little sister off. Look at them, Maddie and Georgie for Sparkers. Obviously, Maddie's had a pretty big week. We know that she's off to Essendon now. I wonder if the Bombers have Georgie potentially on the radar as well. And how about this? Michaela Weston's debut, Sabs.
Oh, what a moment. Took that with both hands. Love it.
She got the very, very late call-up. And our final moment of the year, the D's, the first ever team to score 100 or more points. That was over in the West. Now, obviously, these moments, they were all pretty unbelievable, Sabrina.
It's going to be tough.
I'm just thinking, though, perhaps if this moment was included, maybe there would be a different winner. Your first coach.
Oh, yeah. Look, I probably would have given it to him. I love the commitment of staff. He's just, he's everything that team is. They just get around it.
Have you ever done a shoey?
Yeah, I have, actually. I have. But, you know, in the moment, you'll do whatever the team needs you to do.
Well, speaking of moments, I think it's time for you to unveil the moment of the year.
The Coles Moment of the Year goes to Michaela Weston's debut.
What a story this is, Michaela Weston. She's not on the Fremantle list. She gets the call up today.
Just 9 waffle games coming into this. Hasn't been with the team for 3 months. She did 5 sessions with them in the pre-season. Hasn't seen them since.
Rocked up with about 10 minutes to spare, didn't she, as well?
Hey guys, my name's Michaela Weston. Thanks for voting in my moment for your moment of the year. I'm sailing down south in Dunsborough at the beach for a 3-hour commute to arrive at Optus Stadium just 20 minutes before bounce down is something that I won't be forgetting anytime soon. So thanks so much for voting me in. Finally, I'd like to thank Coles for hosting the awards and recognising all the hard efforts throughout the year, and congrats to all the other winners.
So Michaela wasn't even on the Dockers list. She'd played 9 waffle games. She gets to the ground with 10 to 20 minutes to go, probably just learning some of her teammates' names. It's pretty incredible, isn't it?
Oh, I think that for me, those moments showed true character. Like, to be able to take that game on no notice, and you wouldn't even know. She showed up, played amazing, so consistent, slotted straight into the team. She's going to be a superstar. I just know it.
Certainly not overawed. 8 disposals, 3 tackles, 2 marks with about 3 hours notice. So, Michaela, congratulations. Let's move on to the Game of the Year nominees. And this was Brisbane and Melbourne in round 7. I feel like these two teams always have very intense battles. And this one was certainly no different. Then in round 7, Gold Coast and the Western Bulldogs. Tell you what, Sarah Perkins is clutch, isn't she?
Yeah, she's absolutely clutch.
And then round 3, Richmond and Fremantle. I think this was at one point one of the highest scoring games in the AFLW. And last but not least, the Bulldogs and the Crows, they did battle in round 6, Sabs. The only time the Crows lost all year.
I know. Would you believe it?
They're so formidable, of course, winning the premiership again. Now, you got us thinking, Sabs. What's your favourite game of all time?
Oh, I think it's a tough one, but I think I can't go past my first ever game. It's so special being out there on the ground, but I remember that night out at Casey Fields, lightning
yes.
called halftime early. Wow, got the win, but that was a crazy, crazy game.
And if I'm correct, you either slotted the winning goal or the sealer. I'm pretty sure you did. All right, let's go to the winner, Sabrina, for the Game of the Year.
The Coles Game of the Year goes to Brisbane Lions versus Melbourne.
Now, we did flag that these two sides always have incredible games. The D's trailed Sabrina by 22-0 late in the first half. Then they rallied to record 5 gold 5 to win and snap the Lions' 5-game winning streak. How did Melbourne find the resolve to do this?
To be honest, these games, they make teams closer. I think that when you can come back and you're trailing and you're chasing and you bind together as a group, and honestly, that stuff is what keeps teams together, and no doubt it's added to Melbourne's team.
Now, there are a few match-winning moments there. Let's move on to that category now because there's plenty more to come. Now, this wasn't after the siren, a goal on the siren for the Gold Coast Suns in round 2. It was their first win since 2020 round 6. This was a Darcy Maloney goal from Geelong. She looks pretty pumped up.
She loves it. I love a goal celebration.
And how about this? This was a bit controversial, wasn't it? The Catherine Smith goal after a 50-metre penalty.
Yeah.
St Kilda not too happy about that one. They'll be more happy about this one, though, the Saints. This was round 8, their first win of the 2022 season. So many great match-winning moments there. Sabs, are you going to let us know which one the fans voted as their favourite?
I think it's going to be tough, but the Coles match-winning moment goes to Catherine Smith.
She's got a thumping boot. She's going to have to load up from here. She does. Where's Staunton? It's Cat Smith. This will be the last chance. Where's Staunton? She wants it inside 50. It's going to go in that direction, but it's going to be potentially 50. A free kick or a 50.
We're holding free kick.
To win the game for the GWS Giants. There's the siren. She's kicked it. The Giants. They win it after the siren.
I'd like to thank Coles and the fans for the recognition of the match-winning moment against the Saints. It was a dream come true. All chick me really loved it, so thank you very much, guys.
Congratulations to Catherine Smith and the Giants there. I have to say, though, Sabs, watching that back, I just feel sick for St Kilda. I remember watching that game and thinking, hallelujah, they've finally got their first win of this season. Footy can be a really cruel game, can't it?
It is tough, but you also have to, even though it's controversial, to know that you're right in front of goal and the siren's about to go, for Catherine Smith to keep the composure and kick it, it is definitely worth the award. So good on her.
Very clutch indeed. Speaking of clutch, well, these 4 nominees for the MVP, they embody that. And how could we not have Emily Bates, of course, the best and fairest for this season? She's been on fire, hasn't she, Sabs?
Oh, I mean, she's on fire every year, but now definitely.
And then Anne Hatchard, best on ground in the grand final. She just continues to take her game to another level. Ash Riddell, I mean, she's death by 1,000 cuts. She can just rack up so many touches.
She's everywhere, that girl.
And finally, and I know this is one of your favourite players, Hayley Miller. Why do you love her?
She just brings so much to a team, and mainly off-field, to be honest. Like the stuff that she does, the leadership that she brings, it's better than the stuff she brings on field, which is incredible. So, yeah, all of them are worthy. All of them. I'd have all of them on my team.
What
it's going to be hard.
What if you had to pick one of the players? Who would you pick?
I'm probably going to have to say Hayley, just on that basis of as much as she's a weapon on field, she brings so much off the ground. And yeah, like I'd say, I would take any of them, but Hayley just by a smidge.
Well, let's see if her name's on that card. The MVP,
Yes.
the Coles voted Fan Award MVP. Sabs, who is it?
The Coles fans' most valuable player goes to Emily Bates.
Interesting handball to Bates, who hasn't put a foot wrong today, and her stunning game continues. Fisted away from Davidson. Bates on her preferred left, snaps the goal. She is a star of this competition.
Bates is on her left boot. She goes around the body. Emily Bates kicks the goal.
Hi, Emily Bates here from the Brisbane Lions. I just want to say a massive thank you to the fans for voting me your fans MVP for the season. It absolutely means the world because the fans are so important to the game, and we love seeing you every week at our games. Also want to say a massive thank you to Coles for supporting this award. The support means so much and I'm so grateful to receive it. Thank you.
Well, Emily Bates, a very worthy Coles fan voted MVP. It's just been the dream season for her, I guess, except without the team success with the premiership, but pretty much a clean sweep of every awards. You did play alongside Emily Bates in your inaugural season.
Yeah.
I mean, what's she like and what's her development been like?
I played with her for 3 years, and to be honest, she is probably worthy of that award every year she's played. She's very consistent. She wears her heart on her sleeves, gives everything to the game and to her team, and to be honest, it's well overdue. She's incredible player, incredible person, and honestly, congratulations to her because she deserves it.
So she averaged 21 disposals, 7 tackles and kicked 3 goals. She's our Coles fan voted MVP. Congratulations to Brisbane's Emily Bates. Now, Sabs, I was going to say, what's next? Maybe a holiday, maybe some time on the beach, but the AFLW season's going to roll around pretty quickly again, isn't it?
It is. I mean, maybe a trip to St Kilda Beach. We have enough time for that, and then a couple of weeks when we're back into it. But, you know, like I'm sure everyone else will have our time away and we'll get back into it because, you know, there's always a premiership to be won. So we're back there and can't wait.
It's pretty much straight back into training, isn't it?
Pretty much a couple of weeks and then straight on with it. But no, we're looking forward to the next season. And from this season and what we've seen, knowing, you know, without hopefully any disruption, I can't wait for what it brings. So let's see.
No rest for the wicked. Well, thank you very much to Coles and all the fans who voted for the Coles AFLW Fan Awards. Of course, for those 20 lucky fans who did vote, those Guernseys and Coles gift cards are coming your way. That's all from us, and we'll see you again next year for the Coles AFLW Fan Awards.